10 Cats. Fastest man on two wheels, Chris Hoy. Funny man, Mark Watson. And their team captain, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, Panto Queen, Jungle King, it's Biggins. She's a superstar, Jamelia. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 56% of Londoners believe that their lungs are healthy for their age? That age being the early 21st century, just before the planet dies. 60% of Spaniards say British tourists are drunk and abusive whilst on holiday. If you're watching, fuck off, Pedro. 28% of Germany's prison population is foreign, but that figure has dropped since the 1940s. And 52% of women in their 40s are married. The rest of them have failed. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. Jason, your team to go first. What have the nation been talking about?
Is it three-time Olympic gold medalist Chris Hoy being on 8 hours? Have you brought the Olympic medals
No,
with you?
he doesn't carry the medals everywhere. Or does he?
Go on,
Here they are.
Yeah, there it is.
He has got them.
You would, wouldn't
There
you?
you go. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
Look at that. Well, Jim fixed it for me.
Is there any chocolate in this?
Chris Hoy being on the show is talked about,
Yeah, but
mainly
it's not.
by us.
OK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not one of the most talked about things of the week. What are people
Is it
been
this
talking about?
experiment which might end the world? As a
Oh, bring us down.
Basically, this experiment they're doing, they're going to get protons and neutrons and fire them at each other dead fast. And
Dead fast, like not just fast, dead
no,
fast.
like think how fast you've seen stuff go. Faster than that.
Is it the greatest science experiment?
It's the biggest, it's the largest experiment ever done, apart from Australia.
The British government have handed over £34 million for this experiment, right? Which is actually the same as giving everybody in the country a pint of beer, right? Now, what would you rather have, a pint of beer or possibly the end of the world?
If it is the end of the world, you are reigning Olympic champion forever.
But it's a bit cowardly to say, now I'm champion, let's hope the world ends. I'd almost rather Chris got silver next time when we didn't fucking die.
What I don't understand, right, why do they need such a big machine to do this experiment with these two little smaller-than-dot things?
I'm glad you asked me. No, Jimmy, you've been to university. You might be able to explain that to people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I once went to a lecture by Stephen Hawking and explained time travel and other dimensions, and I understood it for literally about 5 minutes. And as I walked out, I went, no, it's gone. Literally had
What
for
it
a
is,
second.
it's a thing called a flux capacitor.
Hello.
And if you go 88 miles an hour in a DeLorean, you can go back and save your mum from getting snogged by you.
Really?
It's weird, really. An older one will come back and give you a sports almanac and you'll become like a billionaire, and that's time travel. There you go, Jamelia. No problem.
I think that has summed it up nicely. Let's have a look and see whether the Big Bang experiment is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the story of the Big Bang experiment in Switzerland and fears that it may lead to the end of the world. The experiment will tell us what happened just after the Big Bang. If you're wondering what happened just before the Big Bang, a group of scientists in Switzerland pressed a button. OK, Sean, what else have the nation been talking about?
What about the bombings on the planes, the water?
Oh, yes!
Yes.
The bombings on the planes. You made it sound like so much fun. The bombings on the terror trial, the liquid bomb.
The liquid.
Yeah. Very rarely does news annoy me, but this really, I've got to know, because this really affected me. because I can't take my usual brand of shampoo on holiday. These guys, they bought 32 consignments of hydrogen peroxide. You thought, that's a lot of highlights, isn't it? Even if they've got one of those big beards. You want some? I'd love to see a fundamentalist with highlights. I'd love to see. They bought a flat in Walthamstow, and they had a bomb factory in the flat.
Sorry, they bought this house. Yeah. It's a bomb factory, and they didn't even make one bomb. They didn't even blow up one bomb.
No. You're right, it's not a very productive bomb factory.
I can't believe your problem with this story is they're underachievers.
OK, they have an Employee of the Month thing every year. They won't be on it.
I'm just saying, you've paid £138,000 for a bomb factory in Walthamstow as well. Yeah. Sorry. But, you know, at least blow up something. No, I'm in no way advocating
I don't think there's any fundamentalist watching this show going, let's see what Jamelia has to say. She thinks we should blow stuff up. I told you!
They actually said, the defence was, we're not going to blow up anything, we were just going to cause a nuisance.
I know.
Cause a nuisance, which is like playing Wally.
What's Wally?
Wally. It's where you kick a ball against a wall. It's just called Wally.
That's called Wally?
Yeah, Wally.
Why would you have a name for that?
Well, you're playing it with other people. Do you want a game of Wally? Yeah, all right, I'll come and play Wally with you.
That puts your sporting achievements in the shade.
I got a gold medal in Wally, my friend. Just Wally. That's what it says on the back.
Let's see if it's up there.
Yeah!
Yes, people have been talking about the liquid bomb terrorist plot. The ringleader of the terrorists knows the Quran backwards, which is fortunate, as that's how you read it. Mark, Chris, Jason, what else have the nation been talking about?
What do you reckon, Chris?
The weather, maybe?
It's a very British thing, yeah.
It's funny, though, it's in New Orleans, when they had their hurricane, they had martial law. It was, like, really serious, like, stuff. Martial law, there was a curfew, you weren't allowed to go out the house. And the worst thing that happened in this country was 100 stressed sheep had to be rescued in Northumberland. And you wonder, who rang that in, and how did they know what a stressed sheep was? What? Oh, I'm soaking wet!
Yeah, but there was the heartwarming story, though, wasn't there? It was about the little girl who went down the stepped into a puddle, and she got sucked into the storm drain, and her dad saved her. And it was on the front page of all the papers, apart from the Daily Mail, because it was too much like good news.
They had the same story, but she was pushed down there by immigrants.
It was a lovely, heartwarming story. And I'm very, you know, I'm not the most sentimental, but I was actually almost... I wrote a song. I was so moved. A beautiful little song.
What now?
How'd it go?
Do you really? Yeah. No, go on. Not I'm next to Jamelia. But no, it was a very touching story, wasn't it?
I want to hear this song.
You want to hear my song?
More than anything in the world.
Well, the song was... Leona went to the park.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want to pretend to be Simon Cowell.
OK, thanks.
She was having such a lark. She stepped in a puddle, got into a muddle. In the storm drain! Storm drain! In the storm drain!
Very reminiscent of Nirvana's early work. Yeah, it starts very gentle.
Goes on. Don't not in the middle of it. I've finished my fucking song. Dad got into a tiz, but soon he was less miserable. He made a dash quick as a flash. He got her out of the storm drain. That's it.
Storm drain, storm drain! Yeah, we like it.
Yeah, we like it.
Can we be in your band?
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see if the weather's one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, imagine that. The British have been talking about the weather. I saw a woman crying in her flooded front room. I thought, if anything, you're making it worse, love. Sean, Biggins, Jamelia, what else have the nation been talking about?
Posh Spice cut her hair. No, I'm telling you, right?
Sorry, end of the world, terrorism. We've covered those.
No.
Now the big story with Jamelia.
What is it? I mean, I can't wait to see it. I haven't had a chance yet.
It's called the pixie look, Sean. Oh. I don't know why I know that. Don't give me that look, Biggins.
You little pixie, you.
things don't turn out right, 10 years' time, you could be playing a pixie in Panto with...
Yes!
You could lift you on his knee for a song.
Absolutely. We could do a vent act.
Yeah, we'll give it a quick go. Come on. So I would... Yeah, so it'd be like that.
So it'd be like that. So...
Well, hang on a second. One hand's there, one hand's on my back. What's that other... Actually, nothing to write home about.
That's what you said last night.
Turned it to fucking Panto. Two blokes are going to come on in a horse in a minute.
I can tell you, Posh's hairstyle isn't one of the most talked about things. Jamelia. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about?
Is it the story that Barbara Windsor's had her nails done?
I'll just check that for you.
Andy Murray in the US Open.
Oh, my God, it was incredible. It was my best thing ever.
Not as good as me at the Olympics, though.
Yeah.
No.
Second best thing ever.
Well, he came second, which made me think that's more of a Scottish athlete. That's sort of what... Coming first, really, you've kind of broken the whole spells.
You know, you don't want to boast.
No, but
you
you
know.
may as well.
Yeah.
I want to ask
You don't want to boast, sorry. Everyone on your team's wearing a gold medal?
couldn't stop looking at his sideburns.
Andy Murray did look like... He looked like a tramp. And Federer looked like a sort of a doll. And not a bead of sweat on him.
But he's sponsored by Gillette, isn't he?
He is sponsored by Gillette, yeah, he had to have a shave.
Yeah.
I think that was maybe Andy Murray having a little hint at Gillette going, hello, for a couple of quid, this could be gone. If only I had a razor. How Scottish is that? He's waiting for a sponsorship deal before he buys. How much is a Mac 3? No. Let's have a look and see whether Andy Murray is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, indeed. Andy Murray was beaten by Roger Federer in the final of the US Open. It was the most successful performance by a British tennis player since Greg Rosetsky came fourth in Dancing on Ice. OK, one more to get fingers on buzzers.
Now, is it the American government's intervention in the credit crunch situation? It's a great support package, putting trillions of dollars into Fannie Mae. It is Panto, isn't it? Just say. They've got two major lending institutions, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Is the bank called Fannie Mae?
Yes.
Yeah, it's sort of the nickname of it.
I think it sounds like the best month of the year. Can't wait for April to be finished. It's Fannie Mae!
Let's have a look and see whether it's up there. Yes, this is the story that the US government has bailed out America's two biggest mortgage companies. It's going to cost $25 billion, which is crazy. For that kind of money, they could have another 3 weeks in Iraq. At the end of that round, Sean's team have 2 points, Jason's team have 3 points. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. The next round is Pick of the Polls. Our team's taken in turns to choose a picture from the board and then they have to answer a related question. Sean, Jamelia and Christopher, you're to go first. What do you fancy the look of?
If I'm to be honest, I didn't actually hear the question, so I don't understand why we're looking even at the pictures.
You've got to tell me the connection between all 6 pictures.
Okay.
Just you on this one, no help from your teammates. And this is the only round where you have to write it down. You have to do 300 words.
Really, all you have to do is pick a picture down.
Sorry, I didn't know.
OK, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the lady with the boobs.
OK, you've chosen the vegetarian. 58% of vegetarians what?
I've had this theory for a while, is that if you go to a vegetarian's house and they only make vegetarian food and you have to eat it, but if they come to your house, then they've got to have meat, because you're a meat eater.
Fair's fair.
My dad does it with cigarettes. He's a smoker. If he goes to a non-smoker's house, he's not allowed to smoke. But when you go to his house, you've got to have a fag.
All his friends are dead, of course. Never mind. So 58% of vegetarians what?
Don't eat meat.
You're very close, just remove a word.
Do eat meat.
Correct.
Do eat meat.
That is the correct answer. Bizarrely, 58% of people that say they're vegetarian actually eat meat. When I'm having a dinner party, I always make sure there are vegetarian options. They can make do or fuck off. OK, you've got to pick a picture.
OK, it'd be silly not to have Chris Hoy, wouldn't it? Sat here.
We polled the studio audience and asked them, would you rather win an Olympic gold medal or an Oscar?
What do you think?
It depends on the audience, doesn't it? Depends on their kind of...
If they did make a film of your life, who'd you want to play you?
One of my coaches reckons I look like the guy from The Incredibles, the father.
He does that a lot. 2 tickets to the gun show, please. Right, I wouldn't mind. All he's doing with those is holding handlebars. Occasionally you've got to ring a bell when you're passing someone.
Do you, when you're cycling around the streets, do you wear an helmet?
Not the big, long, pointy one, but yeah, I wear a helmet.
Yeah, that one. Because my friend, right, she will not wear the helmet at all, right? She's like, I'm not wearing a helmet. And the reason she's not wearing one is because she says it messes her hair up, right?
Oh, should we go over to Jamelia for hair news? I'm afraid I've got to fuck off. Back to you, Jason.
Well, I said to her, yeah, but a road traffic accident will mess your hair up more, won't it, than wearing a helmet? Like, you don't want to be lying in A&E and the doctor come over and go, are you all right? You go, just tell me, is my hair all right? Well, you can have a look, it's on this plate.
Why don't we do an appeal to her now?
Wear an helmet, you dick. Chris always says.
Yeah, always says.
I don't wear a helmet. I cycled all the way through. I said it, I cycled all the way through the 70s.
Yeah. 1972. 1973. 1974.
Nobody had a helmet.
My dad says if you don't wear an helmet, you've got nothing to protect.
So your dad, he's a heavy smoker, who says, you're mad if you don't wear a helmet.
OK, so what do you think? Oscar?
It's got to be the medal, surely.
What do you
I
reckon?
don't know, I think Oscars.
I'm going to go with Hoy.
Fair enough. Because he's got his medals. Oscar.
Oscar.
The Oscar.
You think Oscars? Well, I can tell you that you're absolutely wrong. 81% of our audience say they'd rather have an Olympic gold than an Oscar. Of course they would. Chris Hoy's bike was very expensive, but you've got to remember it was a joint birthday and Christmas present. At the end of that round, Sean, Biggins and Jamelia have 3 points. Jason, Chris and Mark have 3 points. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is tell me whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
I went to the BBC and someone says, oh, Mike Reed's here. I thought, not my favourite DJ of all times. Ha! I was flabbergasted. Just as we were about to go out, I saw this gorgeous-looking guy. I thought, oh, my good God. I thought, he's an absolute cracker. So I turned round and says to him, is your name Mike Reed? Just like that. He said yes, because he was with Ed Stewart. Ed Stewart's breath stinks. But Mike Reed has got beautiful breath. Mike Reed is absolutely gorgeous. He is fantastic. He is tops. He was wearing his beautiful blue corduroy shorts. I playfully tapped Mike's bum. Tenders! Talk about the electricity going through me.
She broke my heart. Here is your related statistic. 19% of people would dump their current partner for a celebrity.
Oh.
What do you think? Is that true or false?
Depends who the celebrity is. I mean, Mugabe's a celebrity.
He's not, really. He's not a celebrity. He's not a celebrity. You don't see him in Heat. Yeah, you don't see him with Mugabe. He's got, you know, like, putting some stuff in the car and his, like, shirt rides up and there's a bit of flag.
I think a lot of people have got that thing in their relationship where they're allowed to, if they meet a certain someone, they're allowed to have a go on that someone. Who would be your choice of celebrity? Who would you go for?
David Beckham.
He's a man.
Have people ever invited you onto a show to get close to you, Jamelia?
No, but there are celebrities. There's lots
You look
of
lovely
like...
tonight.
Anyway, you embarrass me now.
Well, you're just saying you're looking lovely, so no need to be embarrassed because you do, so it's fine.
Even when you're talking, you sound like you're in a chat room.
LOL. Are you in a relationship?
I'm married, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That actually hurts.
But Jimmy, just press delete and start on someone else.
Biggins, you look great tonight, man. Chris, you've been a celebrity, like you've kind of a newfound level of celebrity the last couple of weeks. Are you using it to get poontang?
Well, my girlfriend's sitting in the audience, so I'm going to say no. One of my friends phoned me up from a pub in Edinburgh.
Right.
And there was a guy who was posing as me in the pub, pretending to be Chris Hoy, and he was chatting up a girl. And he went up and said, "You're not Chris Hoy, because if you were Chris Hoy, you'd recognise me." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry. How are you doing?"
Jason, have you ever been caught cheating? You've come up with a brilliant story. Because Chris has.
That's a perfect alibi.
Oh no, someone pretending to be what? No, me. So what do you think? 90% of people would dump their current partner for a celebrity. True or false?
True.
True.
You think true?
The way I look at it is this: it's 3-all.
Yeah.
They've gone true. If we go false, the gamble is they'll go a point above us.
But
if we go true as well, we'll either go 1-all or we'll stay level.
Can I just check in at what the total is? What's in the prize fund? Literally fucking nothing. Maybe you wanna...
I don't want to be the guy who's on Chris Hoy's losing team this year.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. So, Chris Hoy, you're a winner. What do you reckon? True or false?
True.
We're going to go true.
Well, I can tell you the answer is true. Yes, 19% of people would dump their current partner for a celebrity. Of course, girls expect me to make them laugh in bed, and they're never disappointed. So at the end of that round, it's 4 points for Sean's team and 4 points for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Best way to make a woman feel beautiful.
Lying. Lying through your teeth.
I would say tell her. That's the best way.
Very good
Myself.
answer. Tell her.
Tell her.
I think you said towel her. She's just finished around in the box. You just towel her. Go on, go out there. You're beautiful. Go out there. Beautiful, go out there.
Is it sneaking up to her window at night and trying to get her attention by gently tapping it, and then when she looks at you going, "You're beautiful"?
I'll give you a clue. There is a Glaswegian variety.
Glasgow kiss. Is it just kiss? A kiss?
Head butter.
Kiss is exactly right, yeah. Sport most likely to give you an injury.
Cockfighting. It's got similar rules to fencing. You don't have to wear an helmet.
I know one. Volley anvil. That's me.
Oh, the Olympics just got better.
Sorry, it's just because I don't know what the sport is. I know it's not swords, but you know that. What is it that they're throwing?
Javelin.
Javelin, that's it. Is
Not
that
swords.
No.
Sword throwing is dangerous.
Oh, it's coming back!
Sword throwing.
Yeah, what about 3-day eventing?
3-day eventing?
Yeah.
I've thought of a way we can cut the accidents by a third. 2-day eventing. Sport most likely to give you an injury.
Is it football?
You're absolutely right. The answer is football. Joey Barton recently broke a leg and an arm. I'll teach the bloke to look at him funny. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean Biggins and Jamelia have 4 points, but the gold medalists this evening are Jason, Mark and Chris Hoy. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.